quickly. Everyone do your work quickly. At any time, my daughter-in-law and son will arrive. She looked so excited, giving instruction to the maid, decorate the room, and mention for you Taehyung who were expect to arrive any moment after getting married. Mrs. Kim's attention was drawn when she heard footsteps and looked around, only to find the Taehyung and you. Mrs. Kim quickly arriving near both of you. Both of you stop. You are not allowing to come into the house right now. Taehyung, what do you mean, Mom? Why can't we come into our own house? Mrs. Kim, as the maid arrived, she took the dish of puja from her and with a smile spoke, because you both are newlywed now, and after getting married, you both have to perform some ritual. Saying, annoying, what, Mom? I already told you that I didn't want to do any ritual for many marriage. Now you don't listen to me. Why? And after getting married at the court, Taehyung and I came home, but I was happy to hear that Mrs. Kim wanted to accept me, even though she knew about me. When seeing her love, my eyes filled with her tears of emotion. Mrs. Kim, dear son, this is just a small issue. I respect your decision when you told me you didn't want a grand wedding and only want to court marriage. And I did as you asked. Mrs. Kim, so for the house ritual, you must do them, okay? Taehyung was about to argue with his mother, but when he looked at your tired face and looking that you are wearing heavy wedding. So he agreed. You wipe your tears looking away, Taehyung. Okay, but do them quickly because I have attend a meeting in hour. While looking at him, what on the first day of wedding he want to attend a meeting? Such a rude person. Mrs. Kim, okay, let's start the ritual. Mrs. Kim guide both of you to entrance of the house, where a small rangoli was beautiful made on the floor. She handed you a silver thali with a diya kumkum rice and some flowers. The maid brought a kalash filled with her water. Mrs. came by and you must gently push the kalash with your right foot to spill the water. It symbol welcoming property and blessing into the house. You nod, holding the heavy dress in one hand and carefully go to perform the ritual. Mrs. Kim, good. Now place your feet in this tray of kumkum water and walk on the white cloths. Taehyung watch you as you step into the red kumkum water, but because of the heavy dress, you couldn't balance yourself and were about to fall. Taehyung quickly held your hand. You felt happy seeing his care for you. Then together you began leaving delicate red footprint on the cloth spread along the floor with Taehyung walking beside you. Mrs. Kim feeling happy to see both of you. I hope that just like this in life you both will hold each other in every situation. Now you are the only one who can handle my busy and rude son. I hope everything become easy and lovable for you both. You glanced at him with a smile, but Mrs. Kim continued the ritual with happiness. Mrs. Kim, now both of you stand here for the aarti. She circled the aarti thali around both of you, blessing your and place a small dot of kumkum on your forehead. Then she sprinkled Akshar rice on you, little, for the blessing. Mrs. Kim finally Taehyung feed one small piece of the sweet. Then she will feed you. It's symbol of happiness and married life. Taehyung, no, Mom. Mrs. Kim, Taehyung, just do it. It's for a tradition. With a sign, Taehyung pick up the small piece of a laddu from the plate and give it to you. Then you also did the same, though he only took the smallest bite of the laddu. Mrs. Kim clapping her hand, there is a done. Now you both can step into the house as husband and wife. As you both enter, Mrs. Kim placed her hand on your head in a gesture of a blessing. She whispers softly to you, Mrs. Kim, welcome home, my dear. You are my part of family. We will always support you. Tears well up in your eyes again, but you quickly wipe away and smiling at her. Taehyung, however, glanced at his watch, already thinking about his upcoming meeting. Taehyung, alright, can we leave now, Mom? I really have to go. So please complete the ritual quickly. Mrs. Kim, fine, the ritual already complete. Go ahead, but take good care of your wife. This is your responsibility now. Taehyung. Oh yeah, sure, let's go, Ryan. After saying this, he held your hand and was about to walk out from there, but stopped again as his older sister stood in front of him. Ryan, as Taehyung hold my hand, I really feel so good that how he is caring for me. I didn't know why, but I really like it. I was shocked. Who was she? Why did Taehyung behave like this? Mrs. Kim, thank God you finally come. Now let me introduce you to my sister-in-law. Pointing towards you, this is Van, Taehyung's wife. Looking at you, Van, this is your Nanand. Her name is Sana. Van, with a smile, bowing to her. Nice to meet you, Sana. This Sana. Cackling while looking at you. No, Barbie, you don't need to be so formal with me. You can call me by my name and I will call you Van. You didn't want to make a bad impression in your first meeting, so you just nod in agreement. Before anyone could speak further, Taehyung interrupted in annoying tone. Taehyung, what are you doing here? You were shocked to see that Taehyung didn't smile or show any happiness at seeing Sana. It confused you because he had never mentioned her before. Sana with a smirk, oh brother, sorry my little brother, I am part of the family. But you didn't invite me on your wedding, Taehyung, because I don't have the habit of inviting unnecessary and useless people to my family function. After saying this, he was about to walk past, but again she stood in front of him, making him even more annoying. You were just watching the scene. Taehyung, trying to control his anger, I didn't know why you come here like this today because for the last 5 years you were also with her. And now suddenly you have remembered that you had a little brother? Sana with a smile, placing her hand on his shoulder. As per mom's tradition, no ritual for a newly-wedded couple should be left incomplete, and this is ritual only I can fulfill. And that's why I just came here saying, what do you mean? I don't need to complete any other ritual now, so just get out from my house. When I don't know why he getting so angry with her. You look into Taehyung's eyes, which show that he was hiding something. Was this way? Why he become like this? He didn't want to be angry with her. Taehyung, noticing your flinch and looking at you, I am sorry, why? And saying this, he held your hand and hold your hand that you wouldn't fall again. Taehyung, whispering into your ear just a little longer and then you can rest. Okay, you nod. Seeing you like this, a smile on Snana's face, Sana rudely looking at you. So, little brother, you are again. Before she could complete her sentence, the sound of a loud and deep voice echoed through the entire living room. Taehyung angrily, don't try to say anything about Ryan because she is my life. She is not like you. After saying this, Taehyung walked past Sana while holding your hand. Sana stood there in a shock while Mrs. Kim became sad watching her children like this. Taehyung opened the door to his bedroom and as you both entered, you were shocked to see the room decoration, which was really looking so beautiful. You are becoming happy because you like roses, chocolate, which was all in the bedroom decoration. And you start jumping into happiness. When with happiness, wow, Taehyung, you brought a lot of chocolate for me. Taehyung, looking at you, thank you. But I didn't bring it for you. I just brought it for the children, okay? Taehyung. So please don't eat any chocolate because they all for the Yundu and Ten. So as we discussed before, we are happy couple for other, but once we enter into the bedroom, we are stranger for each other. You just nod as Taehyung walk towards the cupboard and take another suit before heading towards the bathroom. Ryan walking towards the bed, placing a hand on your forehead. I really so tired from wedding care money and this heavy dress. He just married me because of his children and I marry him because of my baby. You place your hand on your forehead and check that you didn't have a fever. Why, and I'm thankful to him. He held my hand when everyone else turned away from me because of my first husband. As you think about that, the tears start welling up in your eyes, a voice trembling. After getting ready for the meeting, Taehyung come out from the bathroom and his eyes quickly land on you. Seeing your sadness, he want to ask you about it but stop himself. Taehyung, no, we are strangers, right? He waited and thought about it, but finally he speak. Taehyung, when hearing his voice, you quickly compose yourself and look at him with a soft smile. When I was thinking about my past, but when he called me, I quickly wiped my tears and acted myself. Yes, Taehyung. Is she cry? Suddenly become serious. I'm going to a meeting, so you can take your shower now. Don't wait for me because I will be late tonight. Please make sure to have your dinner on time and take your medicine too. After saying this, he was about to leave the bedroom, but he stopped as you called him. When I was listening to his every single words and felt happy that he was taking care of me even after knowing about the truth. But before I could respond, he was already leaving, so I called his name. Wine softly in a low voice, Taehyung turning towards him. When will Chen and Yundu come home? I mean, I haven't seen them for the last few days. Taehyung, they are staying at Jungkook's house because of the wedding. I will bring them back tomorrow. Also, both Tae and Yundu are Taehyung's son. One is a 5 years old and the other is a 7 years old. You want to ask him something else, but before you could say anything, he quickly left the bedroom, leaving you alone. You look at your wedding dress and then quickly got up from the bed, walking towards the bedroom to take a shower. While thinking about your changing life, what would it be like, trouble or as normal as others? Otherwise, you were an orphan and after the turning 80, the orphanage gave you some money and told you that you had to handle your life by your own hands. During that time, you first meet your husband. What you thought that he was nice for you. You got married to him, believing in the happy life he promised. However, after marriage, he started telling you a false. And he also left his job. And then you were also finding out about his past and you thought that he was also throw their parents out from the house. He was also orphanage like you. Now you want to divorce to him. After some time after getting married, with the help of your lawyer friend, you were able to get a divorce from him. Now you want to change your life with your happiness and from the past. On the other side, 5 years ago, Taehyung was a single father of two children. His wife left him when he went bankrupt and also don't have money for the eating, leaving him alone with one child who was 2 years old and other just was born. As time passed, his children asked to him about their mothers. Taehyung wanted their happiness. He found out about you and through his lawyer, who was also his best friend and yours too. Taehyung would take care of you. In return, you would play the role of his children's mother. At that point, you had no other option because your first husband you didn't like, and now you start to believe on Taehyung. And you both get married today. Sana was passing around her bedroom with angry face because Taehyung didn't talk with her nicely. Sana walked towards the dressing table, looking at his face into the mirror and shocked to see herself. Sana, am I that much ugly that he didn't talk with me nicely? He didn't believe that I was her sister. No, I was just the same as 5 years ago. Suddenly her phone rings and she quickly going towards her. Sana picking up the phone and becoming irritating upon seeing the name. Can't I have peace for even second? Sana pick up the call rudely. Now why are you calling me? Caller, smirking. I hear about your situation. That your brother didn't talk with you nicely, Sana. How do you know? Are you hiding somewhere from me? Caller with a laugh. Do you think I follow you just to care for you? No, I don't have that much free time for useless people, Sana. If you don't have, then why are you calling me? Caller suddenly become serious. I just want to think about you and I just want to need to talk with you about your little brother. And don't forget about your mission, Sana. Yeah, I know. And for that, you also gave me a $50,000. The caller replied with a simple huh. And before the ending the call, Sana, now just wait a little longer. Time skip to the next day. You are sitting on the sofa calling Taehyung to ask where he had reached, but your conversation is interrupted when his sister Sana walked towards you and sat next to you. When, after ending the call with Taehyung, I didn't like sitting with her because Taehyung had already told me about her true nature. Earlier this morning, before leaving for the Jungkook's house, I was about to go to bedroom, but I stopped when she called my name. Why turning towards her, what? Sana, I just want to know about Taehyung. Where is he? I mean, I want to meet Tan and Yundu. When I know she want to ask me something else. And I don't trust her because she said false to her own brother. But again, I will tell her truth. After saying this, you were about to leave, but stop when you notice the smirk on her face. This raised doubt in your mind about her behavior. After a while, as you hear the sound of the car, a smile appeared on your face. Upon hearing it, you quickly got up from the sofa, called Mrs. Kim to meet her grandchildren. You glanced at Sana, who was also looking happy. Sana excitedly started jumping. Now I can meet my nephews after such a long time. Mrs. Kim quickly coming out from her room, asking excitedly, "Oh, really? You know which increase her happiness." As the sound of the car faded, you moved to the main door, opening it with her anticipation. Taehyung stepped out from the car, holding Tan in one hand and Yundu in other. The sight melt your heart and make you smile. Mrs. Kim rushed to the door, her face lightened up as she saw her grandsons. Sana follows her excitement, visible. As he opened the door, Taehyung and the children entered the house. He set them down from his arms, and they immediately rushed towards you. You kneeling down with a smile and hugged them. Seeing this scene, happiness lit up Taehyung's face. Mrs. Kim couldn't help but smile too. However, Sana looked a little disappointed and didn't like. She quickly walked towards you and picked up the tan. Taehyung didn't like her behavior and was about to get angry, but Mrs. Kim stopped him, reminding him that the children were present. Sana, carrying Tan, spinning him around. "My Tan baby looks so cute. Chibi chibi cheek." She quickly cupped his cheeks and then did the same to Yundu. However, the children didn't like. Tan made a weird face and suddenly started crying. And then a cackle on Taehyung's face, Tan crying. Sana, looking shocked, while you quickly got up from the floor, took Tan back from her, and then started walking away from there. Sana, awkwardly, "Why is he crying like this, looking at me? Am I that much ugly?" Sana turned her attention towards the Yundu, who was walking towards his grandmother. She tried to approach him for playing with her, but Taehyung stepped in front of her. He asked Mrs. Kim to take Yundu with her. "Mrs. Kim, don't talk her so rudely. She is your sister, okay?" Taehyung nodded, but Sana's plan seems to be a fail, as Taehyung said everyone to going away from there. Taehyung, seriously, don't test my passion. Keep your eyes away from my family. This is the last time I leave you after knowing that you are the reason of my baby's crying. Sana nodded, fear visible on her face. She knew well that when it comes to his family, Taehyung wouldn't listen to anybody. Taehyung good. After saying this, he started walking away from there. Sana looking at Taehyung. "Do you think I will stop just because of your words? No way. I know how to take your children away from you." You enter into the bedroom, gently trying to calm Chen down. His cheeks and eyes are red because of the crying. Chen with a cute pout. "Mama, I miss you so much. Now you'll stay with me and Jung, right?" Van sitting him on the bed with a smile. "I know, my baby. Mama also miss you. Yes, now I will also stay with you and never leave you or Jung." A bright smile spread across his face. He quickly hugs you with the happiness. Otherpo, after dating Taehyung, he brought you here and took care of you because you had nowhere else to go. No money, no love. He also wanted to introduce you to his children who had been waiting for their mother for so long. But you have never Talk with them, then speaking in his little understanding language. Mama. Now you will always stay with us, you nod, which make him smile. He glances at you and innocently asks you, then with a cute voice, Mama, can you miss me so much, huh? Vine with a cute smile, oh baby, Mama really miss you so much. Hearing his adorable response make you smile. Shaking your head, you quickly speak up, Vine, ruffling his hair, no baby. Now Mama will never leave you, okay? Meanwhile, someone standing at the doorway watching this beautiful moment with a soft smile, Yundu possessive, making a jealous face. Mama loves me more. His voice makes you turn towards the door. As you do, you see Taehyung standing there, carrying Yundu in his arms. Yundu eager to come to you, scratch his little arms out towards you, Taehyung. We were just to come here. He handed Yundu to you and then pick up a Tan, placing him on the bed. Taehyung, a little sad. You didn't miss your dad? Tan, no. Taehyung wait for a Tan's answer while you chat with Yundu about his study and how he spent his time at Jungkook's place. However, your attention shifts and you laugh as Tan suddenly shake his head. Taehyung, shocked and annoyed by your laugh. What, you didn't miss me, huh? Tan shake his head again and quickly rushed towards you. Your laugh growl louder, which makes Tan happy but leave Taehyung confused. Taehyung trying to carry Tan back, but Tan didn't. Leave your hand. Come to me, Tan. Taehyung, you forget about me. I won't let it go, Tan. Watch what I will do. You can't help but smile as you watch the adorable moment in front of your eyes. The father-son duo playfully and make room really so enjoyable. Then laughing, haha dada. Yendu jumping for defending his brother. Papa, leave my little brother alone. Taehyung, you chutku. Taehyung smile and hold his hand. He gently lays both boys on the bed and starts to tickling them. Their laughter echoes through the room, making you laugh along with them. Taehyung, pretending to be serious. Oh, so now you are teaming up against me, huh? You think you can win? No way, Yundu. Papa, stop it. Jen, still laughing. Mama, save us. You laugh. Watching the three of them play so adorably, filling your heart with happiness. Vine happily pretending to scold Taehyung, don't irritating my babies too much. Otherwise, I will team up with them. So better for you to leave them, Taehyung, or you will team up with them. Fine, let's see who win. Taehyung was about to turn towards you, but suddenly stopped when he realized Taehyung looking away from you, glancing at the babies. Oh, Taehyung, what are you doing? We are strangers for each other. Taehyung, you have to follow the rules which was made by you. I'm sorry, Vine. He leaves the babies and quickly left from the room, hiding his face, while leaving you all in a shock. Vine watching him. What just happened to him? Why did he apologize to me? I don't understand anything. Yundu getting up from the bed, walking towards you and taking your hand, trying to snap you out from your thoughts. Mama, why did Dada leave us? Vine looking at the babies, speaking calmly. Maybe Dada had some important office work, that's why, but we are free, so let's play, okay? You bring smile to the children's face, and soon as you all start to play together. Taehyung closing the door, placing his hand on his forehead in frustration. How could I break the rules when I was the one who made it? Taehyung, how, I'm so really stupid. Taehyung, lost in his thoughts, started walking away from the bedroom, but he stopped when he noticed Sana trying to hearing something from the window. She appeared a little frustrated because she didn't hear anything. Sana, I can't hear a single word. Her entire focus is on trying to listen to the conversation of the bedroom. She looks annoying without making a sound. Taehyung walks towards her. She doesn't notice and still mumbling to herself. Taehyung, you can't hear anything, can you, huh, Sana? Without thinking, responsible with frustration. Yeah, maybe they are speaking too slowly. Taehyung, so what will you do now? Sana suddenly recognized his voice. Oh, Taehyung, you, Taehyung. What are you doing in front of my bedroom, In my bedroom's window. His last words were so loud that Sana flinched, looking down and trying to come up with an excuse. Taeyong, just answer my question. I don't like it when people stay silent and ignore me like this. Sana looking up. Oh no, what do I say to him? That I came here to listen in on what his family is doing, to see how they behave with each other. Sana had never seen her brother this furious before. She remembered him as someone whose childhood was filled with happiness and joy, someone who didn't even know how to raise his voice, but now he was completely different. Sana, trying to come up with an excuse. I was. Her eyes start to come up with an excuse, and suddenly she see the pen. She quickly bent down, pick up the pen, and hold it out with a forced smile. Haha, I just come here for my pen. She holding up the pen as if it was her savior, but Taehyung smelled curiosity in his eyes. Taehyung taking the from her hand. So you think this is your pen? Sana nodded quickly. Taehyung raising an eyebrow, holding the pen up. Interesting, but I think this pen belongs to me. See there. He pointed to the brand encryption on the pen. Taehyung, it says Kim Taehyung and it was a custom made just for me. Sana face looks little fear as Taehyung look at her because he was already caught his falsehood and now she didn't have any excuse. Sana, now I am really caught in very big trouble. Oh, sorry, I thought it was my pen, but it was your pen. And mine must be somewhere else, so I just have to leave from here. She quickly tried to walk away without waiting for his response, but Taehyung stepped in front of her. Taehyung, his tone is cold. Don't you dare come near my family again or try to listening of my conversation of the family. Okay, Sana visibly shake his head and about to say something, but before she can, Taehyung interrupt. Taehyung, and don't even think of trying to act innocent or proving me wrong. I already know exactly why you are here, Sana. Taehyung, I didn't mean. Taehyung, don't even try to explain. You think I don't know your goal? You are the same person who left me 5 years ago, so don't make the mistake of underestimating me. I'm not the same man as I used to be. So don't make me angry next time, okay? And don't try to break my family because it will never happen to be like this, okay? As you thought, your plan will reign by me. After saying this, he was walking away from there, leaving Sana in a shock. After a little while, anger on her face when she finally looked around. Sana, how could he scold me like that? No way. I am her elder sister, not a little sister. After a moment, she started walking in the opposite direction from Taehyung, a smirk on her face. Sana, I will make sure. Meanwhile, you were sitting with your children playing a game when suddenly you felt unhappy and sadness. Why? I don't know why, but why? I just hear something was speaking. The series name is coming soon.